So first of all, Phinease, thank you so much for jumping on this interview to talk to us about what happened in Oakland. The first thing I want to do is extend my deepest concern for you, my sympathy over what has occurred. And I'm glad that you survived. I'm glad that you're alive. Um, and I just feel horrible about the attack that took place there in Oakland and resulted in the severe injuries that you and the other victim suffered. I would like to just begin by, hearing from you what happened. What what led up to this, first of all?
I could start from the beginning.
Okay.
Um, First of all, we was in Oakland, California. This is Saturday night. It's a free event. It's called the Rising of the Phoenix Ball. Um, Once you got there, there was security there. They didn't really check bags or nothing. They just told you weren't supposed to have weapons or nothing in or around the facility. So we walked in or whatever. They had LSS. Was enjoying the ball. I walked multiple categories as a drag queen. I love ballroom. So I walk multiple categories. I started off as a butch queen. People told me I should switch to drags because there's no all the drags became legendary. So they say it's like a new lineup of drags they need to start. So I started. Um, I started doing drags. I walk like runway. I walk hand performance. I walk regular performance. I walk old way. I walk commentator versus commentator. But mostly I walk just performance category. So I had walked over to all performance. I won old way. I came out for old way, got my tens, the only one that got my tens. And for that came out for drags performance, did my battle, won that. Then we had to do open to all performance. Me and the legendary Isla, Ebony, won legendary perform. Well, we both won open to all performance together. So then I tried to step out to a new category, realness, drags realness. But I got chopped by the person who did this to my face. He shot me
Can
the
I
first.
ask you, do you want to name your attacker? Who did
His
this?
name Corey Gorgeous Gucci. I ain't scared to say his name.
Okay. Did you know him prior to this
Yes, I
incident?
met me and Corey never had a problem. He's always going up for me. I've always seen him at the balls. We always hug, speak to each other. He tell me how good of a job did I do, or how he want to see a
So you
little.
never had any, you never saw this coming, in other words. There was
No,
nothing between you
no,
two that would have led you to believe he would do
never
this.
had no. I'm not a problematic person. I don't like really do confrontation and nothing like that. If you come at me with a problem, I'm not just gonna back down. But I'm not a problem. I do not go around starting. I don't go around starting stuff. That's never been me. I just want to.
Okay.
If you ever been around me or ever know me, when I go to ballrooms, I'm that one drag queen that's in the back, or that one boy that's in the back of the ball who's just voguing by himself. Um, I'm in the house of Ebony, and a lot of them said that I remind them of Cassandra because Cassandra was kind of the same way, just in our own little world, just likes to vogue. That's
Right,
me.
right. Okay. So let's go back to the night in question when this unfortunate tragedy happened. You were, take me to the point of just before the attack.
Right, right. I'm gonna get
What
there.
what led up to that?
Right. So I was walking hand performance. You had to bring it with a prop. I had these two rainbow little flags in my hand doing hand performance. All the judges gave me tens, but Corey, he chopped me. So then other people came up behind me to get their tens or whatever for hand performance. Basically, everybody got chopped for the category. So Corey then says, hey, why y'all just won't open up the category or whatever? So Deshaun, the commentator at the time, was like, no. The judge was like, no. And I yelled out, no, we're not doing that. Because, y'all should never, I didn't, For me, I'm not no hating person wants to come to ballroom or anything. If you did your thing, you did your thing. A lot of the kids that went out there didn't deserve to be chopped, and they was chopping people. So I was like, no, y'all should never chop whoever y'all chop. He then looks at me and was like, well, you gave me lackluster. Uh, I was I wanted you to do something with your breasts or something. You're a female figure. You're supposed to be this. I said, well, I didn't give that to you this time. I'm sorry or whatever. Like, I'm not doing that. I told him I didn't feel like doing it at the time. Well, he was like, well, that's why I chopped you. I said, that's fine. It's okay for me being chopped. I don't like other people who get mad over chops because I walk multiple categories. And sometimes I do give lackluster if I didn't won already one category, give another person a chance to, win and walk, get some money too. So that's what I was really doing. Just, out there playing around for $250. I just won $500.
Mhm.
So I was out there doing, and so after I told him that, he goes to say, you need to walk one category and stick to it and learn that. I told him, no, you walk one category. I do whatever I want. So then he goes to say, you a hard ass bitch, insulting me as a drag queen. You a hard ass bitch, you a hard ass bitch. I come off the stage and slap the fuck out of you. Okay, yeah. So he's then proceeds to say, you a hard ass bitch, insulting me as a drag queen, which I don't mind because I am a boy. Like, I don't do drags every day, stuff like that. So you can call me hard or whatever. I was like, that's fine. Then he goes to say, I'll come off the stage and slap the fuck out of you or whatever. So that's when my father was on the panel, and he hopped up and told Corey to calm down because you're not going to put your hands on my kids or whatever. He then turns around and hits my dad, and then they got into a brawl during the ball. So they broke it up or whatever, and they ended the ball and told everybody to leave. When I got outside, he was already outside with the machete in his hand, looking for my dad.
Okay, so after the first altercation, the first, I guess, physical altercation, Corey goes outside and gets a machete or a knife of some type,
Yeah,
and then that's when the stabbing incident occurred.
yeah. So at first he saw my dad, who he got to fight with first, Casanova Ebony. Um, he first then saw my dad and said like, "What's up?" He was like, approached him like, "What's up? What you want to do?" My dad said, "Oh, you gonna cut me?" He was like, "Hell yeah!" So he was swinging and swinging and swinging, and my dad tried to like catch it, but it sliced two of his fingers. And so when that happened, it kind of caught him off guard, and he yanked the machete back and hit my dad in the head with it, and he fractured his skull. My dad has stitches and stuff in his head as well.
Oh my
So
God.
then, after he knocks my father down, he turns around and sees me. I'm walking across the street trying to find the car or whatever to put my things and stuff in the car and like gather the rest of the house members. He was like, "What's up, bitch? You was talking shit." So I'm like, "Yeah, I sure was," or whatever. He walks up to me with the machete, and then he's like, "You know what? I got a bitch for you." And he tells his gorgeous Gucci, Jakira, to attack me. She then runs up towards me with a champagne bottle, tries to hit me with it, but she throws it past me. We kind of like get into a little fight, whatever. They broke it up. She ran up towards me again with some other, I guess, other gorgeous Gucci's helping jump on me. And that's when I felt something hit me across the face. And
Hmm.
that's him slashing me in the face.
I mean, in the moment of you being slashed, what was going through your mind at that moment?
At the time, I just thought like I was being jumped on. So at the time, I didn't even know I got hit in the face with a machete. I just thought somebody just hit me.
Mhm.
So only thing I think we still kind of locked. Me and the girl was kind of locked. That's when my daddy dove on top of me after once I got hit, and he kind of like drugged me out of there and told me to let go so we can go. And that's when my son told me that my face was slashed open. I didn't even know at the time. I just knew it was blood dripping. I thought it came from my father. I didn't know it was coming from
Okay.
me. as well.
The adrenaline, it probably was kicking in at that point,
Yeah,
and you
because
were.
when I get into like altercations stuff like that, I don't feel any pain. Right now I have like a bruised shoulder.
Well, before you describe your injuries, because I do want to ask you about that, but I just want to stay on the actual stabbing or slashing, because once you realize that you yourself have been slashed, and
Uh-huh.
of all places in your face, tell me what went through your mind at that moment when you realized it wasn't just blood dripping from somebody else; it was your blood coming out of your face.
Um, I didn't really have like no, I wasn't really. I was just like, oh my god, like I didn't really have no feeling towards it at the time because I didn't know how bad it was or nothing like that. So I didn't really have too much feeling towards it until I got towards the hospital and they told me that it was like almost
Mm-hmm.
7 inches long, like 7 inches long, and he almost hit a nerve in on the left side of my face to the point that I couldn't even. The doctor said if he would have hit inches closest to hit that nerve, I wouldn't be able to close my left eye. Um, yeah, so I haven't had no really mixed emotions about it until really this morning. I kind of broke down
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really feel any pain in my face. I just have like a little swollen lip. So a part of me kind of forgot that it all happened until I woke up this morning and I saw my face a little more swole than it was.
Now that you've had a chance to decompress from the shock of everything, what's your thought now? And can you even believe that this happened?
No, I can't believe that it's happened. Upset that he attacked me like that because, like I said, I never had a problem with it with him. Never had an altercation with him or nothing like that. The last time he saw me, he chopped me or whatever and said I wasn't doing my best, which was okay. Sometimes you don't give your best all the time. But yes, I was shocked and um, very upset that you would proceed to like cut somebody's face or anything like that.
Did you ever think in all of your time in ballroom, I'm sure you've seen fights happen before and weapons and things of that nature, but did you ever think you, of all people, by all accounts, a non-confrontational person, did you ever think you would be the victim of a slashing such as this?
No, not really, because like I said, I only come to the ball to enjoy myself, see a lot of my friends and people that I looked up to. I've been watching Ballroom since I seen it on TV, which was Vogue Evolution with Laomi, Deshaun, Pony, and all of them. And at the time, I didn't know what gay was and stuff like that. I was still learning myself. And when I saw them, and I saw there was a space for me to be and become whoever I wanted, that's when I started to join. I started ballroom in here in LA. That's why I come here a lot because it's why I started it back in 2018. So I never thought none of this would happen. I never really seen like fights and stuff. I never just really looked up fights and stuff when it came to ballroom. I always looked up the people that I wanted to vogue like or be like when it came to the ballroom scene. So no, I never would have thought this would have happened to me.
And again, I'm very sorry that you had to experience this, because ballroom is supposed to be a safe space and it's supposed to be a fun space. It's certainly not a place where you go and expect to almost lose your life. Let's talk real quick about the injuries. Walk me through what your injuries are based on what you have heard and learned from your doctors.
Um,
You went to the hospital right after this happened, I'm assuming.
right,
What
we rushed to the hospital. Um, when I was when they was expecting me, I have like a scar from like my knee scraped up. My left inner thigh is kind of like tender and bruised. I have a long bruise on the side of my side. I have a couple scratches on my neck and my upper chest area. But the most part is my face. I have like 20 some stitches in my face, a swollen lip. I have a stitch under my lip because it went from the cut is from under my eye down to my lip. And he kind of like splitted my lip a little bit.
How close did he come to hitting your eye with the machete?
Um it's literally centimeters away from my eye. So he was pretty close to hitting
And
me.
you said a moment ago centimeters away from your eye.
Yeah,
That's
like I'll cam up. I just didn't want to cam up when I first started, but
yeah,
I can cam up.
got you. Yeah. Um, I'm sorry. I really am. This is unacceptable. You said something about your shoulder was bruised or hurt as well. What
Yeah,
happened to
so
your shoulder?
around April, I went to the Pop Life Ball in Atlanta, and I was getting my tens or battling or whatever, and kind of messed my arm up already. But when they jumped me and it was people coming towards me or whatever, I I had to defend myself. So I kind of pulled it out of place again, like sprung it, and then like I said, other people was jumping on me, so it kind of like bruised my shoulder.
I'm just at a loss here. Um, Phinease, do you think you will ever go to another ball again?
Yeah, this don't stop me. It don't break my soul. Of ballroom, um, because I know I'm loved and appreciated in the scene. So
Mhm.
I still gonna walk. It's North Carolina for the 5K. Um, Drag's performance, and I'm still gonna be in that lineup. My doctor said I should be healed up by that time, and
Mhm.
this is something I've been preparing for months, and I'm not gonna let Corey or Jakiro or a slash in my face stop me from participating and expressing myself the way I want to. This has been me all my life, and I do what I want to make myself happy. So ballroom makes me happy. Now this won't um stop me from being a part of ballroom.
Have you heard from any of the leaders of Gorgeous Gucci?
Not of the West Coast, but I have AJ who said he's I guess the New York AJ Gorgeous Gucci. He walks rentals with a twist. He reached out to me, and we're great friends. I met AJ like 3 years ago during the pandemic when we was all on Bigo and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
we're real close friends. He reached out to me, and Hershey, who's a part of the Atlanta chapter, reached out to me. She's a leader out there as well. She walks legendary Bush Queen Vogue film, and we always, like I said, we live in Atlanta together, and we always goes to Vogue nights and stuff like that. So she was really saddened about it, but no other leaders has like Kelly, Gucci, none of them, and I know Kelly, so
No, you haven't heard
Kelly,
from Kelly. You haven't heard from
no,
Jack. You
no,
haven't heard from any of the top brass at the House of Gorgeous Gucci. Do
I
you
have
want
not.
to hear from any of them?
Yes, I want them to like reach out because I'm a person that looks up to them. When I first went to my first ball and saw Jack and stuff like that, Jack is somebody I looked up to. Kelly is somebody who I watched all the time, So I tell Kelly that I love her. I love her slang, the way she talk, and all that. So for you to just be silent when it's somebody who looks, I don't care if it's your house or not, you have, a supporter or a person who looks up to you and got their face slashed by a house member of yours. Why
Mhm.
haven't you reached out or said anything to that person yet? You know what I'm saying? And Jack knows me as well to be like an all around Bush Queen up in drags person. He been to the balls where I walked multiple categories and winning my trophies and stuff like that. So it's like, why y'all haven't reached out to a person who loves the ballroom scene and a person who can keep the ballroom scene going? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Let me read for you a statement that apparently the House of Ebony and the House of Gorgeous Gucci released a joint statement earlier, just a few
Yeah,
hours ago.
I read that.
You've read the statement, okay.
Yeah.
And in the statement, which I criticized, and I just want to be fully transparent here, I criticized the statement because I don't feel like it goes far enough. I don't think it's being transparent at all, to say that, due to the upcoming legal ramifications, both houses will refrain from making public comments until further notice. And then they go on to say, Ballroom, we are prepared to take proper steps to ensure safety to all of our community members. I mean, does that ring true for you? I mean, when you hear that statement, you read it. What did you think about the statement?
I don't really think nothing of it right now. I just want people to bring justice to this and be more aware of what's going on around them, because it's a lot of kids that want to be a part of this, like a lot of young kids, and y'all call y'all selves leaders, and it's people like me who just want to go to the ball and dance. Like that's all I do. That's all I ever want to do is dance. Um, I see myself as a professional dancer, and I never took any classes. So with me being a part of Ballroom, kind of give me that light to be a excuse me, I'm kind of breaking down again, but it gives me kind of that light to be the star and dancer that I want to be. So that's why I do Ballroom, and it's not becoming safe. People getting maced, people getting slashed, and stuff like that, and that's not what I watched growing up. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's kind of
I,
hard.
yeah, I know it's tough for you, and I can hear the emotion in your voice, and I wish there was something I could do to make the situation better, but obviously there's nothing that can be done at this point. Um, I'm so sorry you're having to go through this. I know you said you vowed to return to Ballroom, but does it make you think twice about going back to Ballroom again? I mean, I know you want to go back, but does this make you think twice? You just said that it's not
Yeah, it kind
safe.
of does. It just make me be more cautious of where I'm going. Just picking my balls, I guess, more carefully. So, cause I mean, this all I do. I don't do anything. I don't go out to clubs. I don't, I don't do heavy drugs or nothing like that. So all I do is dance. When I'm not at the ball voguing, I'm at home voguing. I even vogue at work. Um, I vogue when I'm shopping. Um, yeah, I just love to dance. So that's all I ever want to do. I believe that's my destiny in life. It's just to dance. And I've been a dance teacher ever since I was in the ninth grade. So yeah, like that's all I want to do. So I see a lot of kids and stuff that want to come up and be a part of Ballroom, and it's like pushing them back. And for me, I just if if this don't get no justice towards it, I just part of me gonna want to shut Ballroom down completely. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Well,
So yeah.
speaking of justice, Phinease, what does justice look like for you? Have you contacted the police? Have you made a report? Are
Yeah,
police
when I
investigating?
went to the hospital, whatever, we did a police report and stuff like that. I am going to be filing charges and stuff. I have that paperwork and stuff. So
Mhm. So
yeah,
this is an active criminal investigation at this point.
right.
Okay. I wish you all the best, Phinease. I really
Thank you.
do. And I know that these are only words, but I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry that you had to endure this kind of traumatic, violent experience in a community that is supposed to be by us, for us. It's supposed to be our safe escape from
Right.
from all the violence and discrimination and marginalization that we face in the world, the real world. This
Right.
is supposed to be the space where we can congregate and lift each other up. And this is not what Ballroom is supposed to be about. It is not supposed to be a space where you have to worry about being maced with bear spray or stabbed or slashed or maybe even shot. Because I've seen guns at balls.
Right.
It's not what the Ballroom was created for. And so I'm sorry on behalf of everybody in Ballroom who, believes like I do that violence is not the answer, not the solution. I am sorry that you had to experience this. And I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you a fast recovery. I hope that you heal, like you were before. And I just wish that you continue to dance. Like you said, you love to dance. And I hope that you will continue to do that. And this will not deter you from your destiny.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to continue to dance. That will never stop. That's my stress relief. It helps me with a lot. So I'm never going to stop dancing.
I did just get a message from Dabrian Balenciaga. He was on the panel and he helped save your father, your house father.
Right. Yeah, because my dad was gushing out blood from his head. Like I said, he got a fractured skull from him slashing him in the head. So he wrapped a shirt or something around his head and helped him put him in a truck so we can get rushed to the hospital.
Well, I just want to let everybody at home know, watching this, Dabrian Balenciaga, according to the doctors at the hospital, his actions the night of this incident saved that man's life.
Right.
The doctor said if he had not stepped in and applied the quick medical assistance, that your gay father, your house father, would have likely died. And so I just want to salute Dabrian for stepping up to the plate and assisting in a medical emergency. And I think
he is also somebody I look up to. I know he's an icon for Old Way. Like I said, I do walk multiple performance categories. He was somebody on the panel. He advocated for me because once Up to All performance end, they were trying to make me choose between Old Way and Drag's performance to get to see which one I was gonna do. And he told them that I can do both. Like if I lose my battle for Old Way, I should be able to come back and battle again for my Drag's performance. So yeah, I really do appreciate him.
Yeah, and he asked me to tell you that you're absolutely amazing, and that's from him to you. So
thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I know you want to get back to resting and healing up, but take care of yourself and reach out to me if there's anything I can do to help. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
You too. No problem.